Good morning, students. Higher secondary second year computer science, unit 2, chapter 5, Python variables and operators, part 2. Recall. In Python, programs can be written in two ways, namely interactive mode and script mode. There are two types of modes. We are already studied in last class. One is interactive mode and another one is script mode. Creating scripts in Python. How do you create a scripts in Python? Choose File, New File, or press Ctrl N. Choose any of the one of the command here in Python shell window. Python files are by default saved with the extension .py. By using the command Ctrl S or file save, we can save this Python file which has the extension .py by using the two commands Ctrl S or file save. How do you execute the Python script? By choosing the run module or by pressing the function key F5. Now we are going to study about the input and output functions and some of the tokens which are used in the Python programming code. First of all, we are going to study about the input and output functions. The input function helps to enter data at runtime by the user, and the output function print is used to display the result of the program on the screen. What is the use of print function? This function, print function, is used to display the result on the screen. Here the syntax of print function: print within double quote you are type the string that is to be displayed as the output. Second, print variable. Here the value of variable will be displayed. Third one, print string to be displayed as the output. The entire string is displayed in the output with the value of the variable. The value of the variable. Third one, string 1 comma variable, string 2 comma variable, string 3 comma variable, then the string 1 the value of variable, string 2 the value of variable, string 3 and so on is displayed on the screen. Here one example here, we have typed this command in the interactive mode: print welcome to Python programming. Then the result is welcome to Python programming. X equal to 5. Now the value of the constant 5 is assigned to the x value x. Second one, y equals 6. Now 6 is assigned to y. Z equal to x plus y. X and y are added, and the result value will be saved on the z, the variable z. When you use the print command, print z, the value of z is displayed here. The value of z, not z is typed here, but the value of z is typed. If we giving the prompt the sum equal to, the result is the sum equal to, then followed by the value of variable z, 11. Another example, print the sum of, this is the string 1 comma x, this is the variable 1, and this is the string 2 followed by variable string 3 followed by another variable. Now the output is the sum of this first string followed by the value of x, and this is the second string displayed here. Value of y is displayed is 11. So the sum of 5 and 6 is 11. Here one of the example program, file open, already typed in this computer, print function, one of the example program for print function. here print welcome to Python programming. The x value is given here, y value 20, z equal to x plus y. Print the sum of x and y is z. Here three strings are typed, the sum of and is. Three variables also here, x, y, z. The output is now by using the command run model or F5. Welcome to Python programming. The sum of the first string, then followed by the value. The second string and followed by value. Third string is followed by the value. The print evaluates the expression before printing it on the monitor. The print displays an entire statement which is specified within the parenthesis brackets. Comma is used as a separator to print more than one item. Input function. Second function is the input function. This function is used to accept data as the input at a runtime. Syntax of input function: variable equal to input prompt string, where prompt string in the syntax is a statement or message to the user. Here prompt string is a statement or the message to the user to know what the input can be given. Example 1, input with prompt string. Here the input function with prompt string. Input, enter your city. Now the prompt is given below, enter your city, followed by the value typed by the user, that is Madurai. Then this value is assigned to the city, the variable city. The Madurai is assigned to the variable city. Now print, by using the print statement, we can display the value of variable city. I am from, this is the string 1, comma, followed by city. Now the result is I am from, followed by the value of city. Value of city is, that is Madurai, that is given by the user. Example 2, this is without prompt string. Here no prompt is here. The user doesn't know to enter the data for the variable city. Here city equal to input, but the user gives the name, that is Rajarajan. Print I am from city, I am from Rajarajan. Note that in example 2, the input is not having any prompt string. Here no prompt string. Thus the user will not know what is to be typed as the input. The input accepts all data as string or characters but not as number. If a numeric value is entered, the input values should be explicitly converted into numeric data type. The int function is used to convert the string data as integer data explicitly. We will learn about more such functions in later chapters. Here we are giving the function int. So the value we enter into the keyboard by the keyboard, that is usually default it is string. By using the int function, it is converted as integer and saved into the x value. Similarly here, input enter the number 2. We are typing here the second number. The second number by default it is a string. So it should be converted into integer by using the integer function. The integer value is stored into y. Here this example output, the enter the number 1, 34, enter number 2, 56, the total answer, the sum equal to 90. One example program, IDLE 3.7.4, input function, file open, input function, open this file. Here the prompt is enter number 1, first statement. In the second statement, enter number 2. The value is converted into integer by using the integer function. Here also that integer is stored into X. Run this program by using run model. Now welcome to Python program, enter the number 1. Now we are giving the value 80 for enter number 1. This 80 is saved into the value of X. Similarly, enter number 2, 60. Now 60 is copied into the value, the variable Y. So now the sum of 80, that is X value, and 60, that is Y value, is 140. This is the example program for the input function. Comments in Python. In Python, comments begin with hash symbol. The lines that begins with the hash are considered as comments and ignored by the Python interpreter. Comments may be single line or multi-lines. The multi-line comments should be enclosed within a set of hash as given below. Here this is the single line comment statement. The hash symbol is prefixed in front of the comment. Here this is the multi-line comment statement. This is enclosed with the two hash symbol. Next one, indentation. Python uses white spaces such as spaces and tabs to define program blocks, whereas other languages like C, C++, Java usually curly braces to indicate the blocks of codes for class, functions, or body of the loops and block of the section command. The number of white spaces or tabs in the indentation is not fixed, but all statements within the block must be indented same amount of spaces. For example, here is the while block. We are indenting the two lines inside the while block. So the while block contains the two statements that are print statement 1, next one assignment statement I equal to I plus 1. So these two statements should be indented towards the while statement. Next topic, tokens. Python breaks each logical line into a sequence of elementary lexical components known as tokens. The normal token types are, this is the 2-mark question, what is token, what are the types of tokens. One, identifiers. Identifier means this is variables or name of the class or name of the function are totally known as identifiers. For example, X, Y, etc. Keywords are special commands of Python commands. For example, while, do, if, else, etc. Operators, plus, minus, etc. Delimiters, full stop, comma. Literals, these are the character constant A, B, etc. White space separation is necessary between the tokens, identifiers or keywords. First one, we are going to study about the identifiers, which is the first token. An identifier is the name used to identify a variable, function, class, module or object. What are the rules to form identifier? An identifier must start with an alphabets A to Z, capital A to Z or small a to Z or underscore. Identifiers may contain digits 0 to 9. Python identifiers are case sensitive, that is uppercase letters and lowercase letters are distinct, they are different. Identifiers must not be a Python keyword. Identifiers must not be a Python keyword. Python does not allow punctuation characters such as $, asterisk, modulo, at, etc. within identifiers. Here we are giving the some of the examples for valid identifiers. Sum, total underscore marks, register number, num1. Below some of the invalid identifiers, 1 to name, because it is invalid because of the first character must be an alphabets. Name $, No special characters not allowed in the identifiers. Total hyphen marks special character minus is not allowed. Continue, it is the C plus Python special word. Keyword, it is the keyword, continue. So it is not allowed, it is invalid. Second one, the second token is keyword. Keywords are special words used by the Python interpreter to recognize the structure of the program. As these words have specific meaning for interpreter, they cannot be used for any other purpose. Some of the Python keywords are false, class, continue, if, or, pass, while, as, break, and etc. class and etc. Third token is operators. These are the symbols which represent computations, conditional matching, etc. Value and variables when used with operator are known as operands. Here a plus b is the one expression. Here a and b are called as operands. Plus c is called the operator. What are the different types of operator? First one, arithmetic operator, relational operator, logical operator, assignment operator, conditional operator, and etc. First of all, we are going to study about the arithmetic operators. What are the arithmetic operators in Python? 1 plus, for example, a plus b, 100 plus 10, 110, minus a minus b, that is 90. Multiplication, this is the multiplication asterisk, multiplication, 100 into 10, 1000. Slash division, a slash b, that is called 100 slash divide by 10. This is the quotient value 10, that is in the floating point number. Modulus, it is the remainder value. When divide a divided by 30, the remainder is given here 10. Here this is example, a is 100, b value is 30. Now divide the 100 by using the 30. Now the quotient 3, this is the value of 100 by 30. Here remainder 10 is the value of 100 modulo 30. So 100 modulo 30 remainder, that's value is 10. Double asterisk represents the power, that is a power 2. That's called a 100 square, 100 into 100, that is 10,000. Floor division, it gives the value, quotient value, the whole number, whole integer. Next one, relational or comparative operators. Next one, relational or comparative. What are the relational operators? Single equal to is the assignment operator, but double equal to here is the equal. It is the equal to operator, but it is the relational operator. Single equal to is the assignment operator. Here double equal to is used for relational. That is called a equal to b. Here a is 100, b is 35. So total value is false. Greater than, similarly a greater than b. Less than a less than b. Greater than or equal to, whether it may be greater or equal. A may be greater or equal with b. A less than b, a may be less than or equal with b. Not equal to a, not equal to b. Here not equal to exclamation mark followed by equal to. Here some of the example, two programs for arithmetic operator and relational operator. We are going to see the example program for first one, arithmetic operator. Here this is the program for arithmetic operator: plus a, minus a, asterisk a, slash a, modulo, double asterisk power, double slash. It gives the quotient value, whole value. Here a equal to 100, b equal to 10. Now run the program by using the run module. The values are, this is the addition, sum 100, 110, 90, difference, product, multiplication, quotient, floating point number quotient, remainder, modulo value, exponent, power, floor division, it gives the floor whole number. Next, one example for relational operator. Relational operator. What are the relational operator? Double equal to, greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to, and finally not equal to. A value, A and B value will be given in the keyboard by using the keyboard. Run model. Now the prompt is enter a value for A. Now enter the value. A is 100 and the value of B is 10. Now A equal to B, this is false because 100 is not equal to 10. A greater than B, it is true. A less than B, false. A greater than or equal to true. A less than B, less than or equal to B, that is false. A not equal to B, true, because 100 is not equal to 10. Next one, logical operators. What are the logical operators? Or, and, not. These three operators is in between the two relational expression. Here A greater than B is one relational expression. A equal to B another relational expression, because this expression is built by the equal to symbol, that is relational operator. But here R is the logical operator. Logical or, logical and not operator. Here A greater than B, 50 greater than 40, it is true. Either condition is true. If R in the R operator, any condition is either true, any condition is true, the whole answer is true. In AND operator, the two conditions should be true, then the whole value is true. A greater than B and A equal to B. Here A greater than B true, but A equal to B is false. So it is totally false. Here this result is not A greater than B, that is equal to not true. Here this is the example. A equal to 50, B equal to 10, B equal to 40. A greater than B or A equal to B, that is true, because A greater than B is true. So total condition is true. Here A greater than B is true, whether it is true, but A equal to B is false, so total value is false. A greater than B is true, so not A greater than B, not true, that is equal to false. Next one, assignment operator. What are the assignment operators? Equal to, plus equal to, minus equal to, asterisk equal to, slash equal to, modulo equal to, double asterisk equal to, double slash equal to. Here first one, x equal to 10. This is the one assignment operator. The value of 10 is assigned to x. B equal to computer. The value of B is computer. For example, another one, plus equal to x plus equal to 20, that means x equal to x plus 20, that is 10 plus 20 equal to 30. X minus equal to 5 means x equal to x minus 5, therefore 10 minus 5, that is equal to 5. Next one, asterisk equal to, x asterisk equal to 5 means x equal to x asterisk 5, that is 10 asterisk 5, that is equal to 50. Next one, slash, that means x slash equal to 2, that is equal to x equal to x by 2. Another one, modulo equal to means x modulo equal to 3 means x equal to x modulo 3. Asterisk equal to x asterisk equal to 2 means x equal to x double asterisk 2. Double slash equal to x double slash equal to 3 means x equal to x double slash 3. Here one example for logical operator and assignment operator. First we are going to see the logical operator. Here A value, A and B value that is given by the keyboard. This is the logical OR, logical AND. Next one, last and final one, logical NOT, logical NOT, logical OR, logical OR, logical and logical NOT. The result is A value 100, B value 10. Now A greater than B or A equal to B, that is true, because the first condition is true. 100 greater than 10. Either or any condition is true, the total answer is true. But second one, the second condition is false. 100 equal to 10, that is false. So entire result is false for the AND operator. Last and final one, not A greater than B. A greater than B is true. So not true, that is equal to false. Another example for assignment operator. Here assignment operators we are using here equal to, plus equal to, first one on the equal to, second one x plus equal to, x minus equal to, x asterisk equal to, x slash equal to, x modulo equal to, x double asterisk equal to, x double slash equal to. Now run this program by using run module. You type the value of x 7. Run module. Type the value of x 10. Here x equal 10, x plus equal to 20 means 30, x minus equal to 5 subtracted, so 25, and so on. Last and final one, conditional operator. It is the ternary operator because it has the 3 operands. It is also known as conditional operator that evaluates something based on a condition being true or false. It simply allows testing a condition in a single line, replacing the multi-line if-else, making the code compact. For example, the syntax is variable equal to on true if test expression, else on false. If this expression, test expression is true, the true value is given to variable name. If test expression is false, the false value is given to variable name. Here is an example, min equal to 50 if 49 greater than 50. Here 49 greater than 50, it is the false. So the value of 70 is assigned to min. If it is true, the value of min is 50. So here the 49 greater than 50 is false. So the minimum value, that is equal to 70. Here one example program. For conditional operator. Here A value is equal to 30, B value is 20. So 30 less than 20, it is false. So B value is assigned to minimum, that is 20 is assigned to minimum. So the answer is the minimum of A and B is 20. Run this program by using run model. The minimum of A and B is 20. That's all. Thanks for watching. Thank you, students.